We gather here to affirm our commitment to shared values of growth, of learning, and ladies and gentlemen, it's my fervent hope and belief that these enlightening conversations that we'll have would provoke thought and ideas as to how we can be able to facilitate new ways of doing business in Ghana.
It is with great anticipation that we look forward to host you to another edition of the Ghana CEO Summit, specifically the third edition. As we gather around the tables to deliberate on the lingering and headline issues, proffer solutions, and learn from leaders and other industry experts, the expectations of the CEO network is that we impact the larger circles of economic growth in Ghana, by extension, the continent.
Today's business environment requires leaders that can anticipate business patterns. Those leaders typically excel not because of how much information they know, but because of their ability to recognize what is important versus what isn't.
I see a Ghana beyond aid as a prosperous and self-confident Ghana. A Ghana that is in charge of its economic destiny. A transformed Ghana that is prosperous enough to be beyond needing aid, and that engages competitively with the rest of the world through trade and investment. You are the leaders of industry, you are the entrepreneurs, and you are the business people. It is your skills and energies that we would need to achieve these goals. I urge you to lead innovation and be pioneers of change. Innovation is the watchword in today's business world. My confidence in the sheer energy and can-do spirit of the Ghanaian makes me believe that the leadership of the private sector is safe in the hands of the community gathered here.
The collection of signatures of corporate CEOs that will be Thank you so much.
You're looking for the FDI and looking to connect your business to the outside world. 3 things I really like to leave you with is be prepared, sort out your affairs and have them presentable to an international standard. Secondly, be proactive. And third, be relevant so you can keep yourselves up to date so that your business modeling or offering is actually attractive to those who are coming in.
We were on the Eurobond Roadshow, and there was a lot of investor confidence in Ghana, and that was very different from Ghana 2 years ago, where investors saw Ghana as a disaster. And what impressed investors was that growth has gone from 3.5% to 8.9%. Inflation is now single digit. The currency was the worst performing currency in 2014 with a devaluation of some 35%. In 2017, it's one of the best performing currencies.
Last year was the first time when the government was able to record a primary surplus, which allowed debt to GDP ratio to decline. So now debt is on a declining path. And this is a major achievement. Of course, it did not come at a zero cost. It had an impact on the economy, one of the highest in sub-Saharan Africa and in the world.
There's a leveling of the playing field between small businesses and large. There is a whole new core competence. And it's a core competence that smaller businesses are able to adopt much quicker than large. And this is partly why I'm seeing this leveling of the playing field. And that core competence is all around technology, because there is new technology arriving these days, new digital technology at eye-watering speeds. You need millennials on the top table, and you need to listen to them because they know stuff we don't. 57% of the population of Ghana is under the age of 25. You could be a driving force for all that I'm talking about this morning.
This is a very big event. Obviously, you have some of the best minds in Ghana discussing business.
In an increasingly competitive global community, companies in particular countries must speak to each other, synergize their activities, and ensure that somehow they operate from the same pedestal.
Our partnership with CEO Summit has been fantastic because it has given us leverage to enter into business relationship with other people as well.
Procrastination is behavioural waste. What is behavioural waste? It is any negative behaviour that can be removed or reduced. For every email that should just be a one-to-one and you copy 10 people, that's 10 times behavioural waste. So how do you do this? How do we go from waste to growth behaviours?
Executives do pay lip service to innovation. They like to write about innovation in their annual reports, in their mission statements. Every time you see innovation in there. But you go inside, nothing happens. Innovation discipline, very important. Capacity building, very important. And delivery, very important. Now, if you go back to history again, you will see that innovation is a history of copying. If you don't like the word copying, just say creative adaptation.
If we sustain macroeconomic instability where the government is not crowding out the private sector, you will see that credit will be more available and rates will begin to come down.
Board of the directors must determine the vision, mission, and values of the organization. Unfortunately, in many places, you may get one, but nobody is looking at it.
I call this a thinking time. Time when we innovate through our minds.
The fourth industrial revolution is a knowledge revolution. It is in the mind, it's in the thinking, it's how we apply ourselves. I'm interested in someone in Ghana providing world solutions that can be used across in order to actually service some of the pressing issues that we have.
The fact that you mingle with other CEOs, the question of network, to project our economy, to move together as a team.
The one interesting thing about the CEOs Forum is how we, the CEOs, can think outside the box. And this is very interesting because traditionally, we CEOs, we do policies. And policies do restrictions. And from time to time, you need to shake it up and throw the policies away.
The CEO Summit is a wonderful platform. It is good for Ghana to have this collaboration, interaction, discussion by CEOs of the future of Ghana and how they can part it out together. We need to do it together. Some of the comments we have heard today are wow. Some of the ideas are very good. We are looking forward to the 4th CEO Summit of Ghana next year.
We believe now is the time for the renaissance of Ghana. Now is the time for the renaissance of every single one of you. It's nothing to do with what you did in the past. It's all about your focus for the future.
The third Ghana CEO Summit has ended. We can only promise you of a greater fourth Ghana CEO Summit. Thank you all for coming.
A round of applause for all of you CEOs.